Welcome back to the Power Playbook. Today, we're uncovering a law that can make or break your success from the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation isn't just what people think of you. It's a shield, a weapon, and a key to power. We're going to break down why it's so crucial, dive into an epic historical story straight from the book about a Chinese general's genius, and share a modern example that hits close to home. By the end, you'll know how to protect your reputation and use it to your advantage. Let's dive into this game changer. So what's Law 5 all about? In simple terms, it's about understanding that your reputation is everything. It's the image others hold of you, the story that precedes you, and it can open doors or slam them shut before you even arrive. Robert Greene says your reputation is like a shield. It protects you from attacks, builds trust, and gives you influence. But it's also fragile. One wrong move, one scandal, one moment of weakness, and it can shatter, leaving you vulnerable. Why does this matter? Because people judge you based on what they've heard before they even meet you. Imagine you're applying for a job. If the hiring manager has heard you're unreliable, they'll write you off, no matter how good your resume is. But if they've heard you're a problem solver, they'll be eager to meet you. That's the power of reputation. It shapes how others see you. And in the game of power, perception is reality. Greene goes further, saying you must guard your reputation at all costs. That means being intentional about the image you project, whether it's strength, reliability, or creativity. But it also means defending it against attacks. If someone spreads rumors about you, you can't ignore it. You have to counter it, or the damage can spread like wildfire. At the same time, a strong reputation can intimidate others, making them think twice before challenging you. It's like a fortress around your power. Build it wisely and protect it fiercely. This law applies everywhere. In business, a company's reputation for quality can drive sales, while a scandal can tank its stock. In personal life, being known as trustworthy can strengthen your relationships, while gossip can ruin them. Law 5 teaches us to take control of our image, because in the end, so much depends on it. Let's get the exact words from Robert Greene. Here's how Law 5 is written in the 48 Laws of Power. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone, you can intimidate and win. Once it slips, however, you are vulnerable and will be attacked on all sides. Make your reputation unassailable. That's straight from the book, and it's a wake-up call. Greene's telling us that your reputation isn't just a nice to have. It's the foundation of your power. Protect it, or you'll be left defenseless. Now, let's travel back to ancient China for a historical story straight from the 48 Laws of Power, the tale of Zhuge Liang during the War of the Three Kingdoms, around AD 207 to 265. This story, found on page 37 as the observance of the law, is a masterclass in how reputation can save your life. Zhuge Liang, also known as Zhuge Liang, was a legendary general of the Shu Kingdom, renowned for his wisdom and strategic brilliance. His reputation as a military genius was so great that enemies feared him before he even stepped onto the battlefield. But one day, that reputation was put to the ultimate test. Liang was stationed in the city of She with a small force, tasked with defending it against an approaching army led by Sima Yi, a general of the rival Wei Kingdom. Sima Yi's army numbered in the tens of thousands, while Liang had barely a handful of troops. His main forces were deployed elsewhere. When Liang's scouts reported that Sima Yi's army was closing in, he knew he couldn't win a direct battle. Fleeing wasn't an option either. It would ruin his reputation as a fearless leader, and he'd lose the trust of his people. But Liang had something more powerful than soldiers: his reputation. He decided to use it as his weapon. Here's what he did. Liang ordered his men to open the city gates wide, remove all signs of defense, and hide. Then, he dressed in a simple Taoist robe, climbed to the top of the city wall, and sat there playing a lute, looking calm and serene. When Sima Yi's army arrived, they saw the open gates, the empty walls, and Liang sitting there, playing music as if he didn't have a care in the world. Sima Yi, knowing Liang's reputation for cunning, immediately suspected a trap. He thought, "This man is a genius. He must have hidden an ambush to destroy us." Fearing a devastating defeat, Sima Yi ordered his massive army to retreat, leaving Liang and the city unharmed. Let that sink in. Liang didn't have the troops to fight, but his reputation for brilliance was so unassailable that it alone scared off an entire army. Sima Yi didn't retreat because of what he saw. He retreated because of what he believed about Liang. Greene uses this story to show that a strong reputation can be more powerful than any weapon. But it also shows the flip side. If Liang's reputation had been one of weakness or incompetence, Sima Yi would have attacked without hesitation. Reputation is a double-edged sword. Build it, guard it, and it can save you. Now, let's bring Law 5 into the modern world with a story about Sarah, a corporate executive who learned the hard way just how much depends on reputation. This example will show you how to protect your image and what happens if you don't. Sarah was a rising star at a major marketing firm in 2022. She'd built a reputation as a creative genius, someone who could turn failing campaigns into viral successes. Her colleagues admired her, her bosses trusted her with high-stakes projects, and clients requested her by name. Her reputation opened doors, she was on track for a promotion to VP, and her name carried weight in the industry. But then, a single incident threatened to unravel it all. During a team meeting, a junior employee made a snide remark about one of Sarah's recent campaigns, saying it, quote, lacked originality. Normally, Sarah would have brushed it off, but she was exhausted from a tough week and snapped back, publicly berating the employee in front of the team. She called him incompetent and clueless, words she didn't really mean but said in the heat of the moment. The outburst shocked everyone. Sarah had always been known for her composure, and this didn't fit her image. Word spread quickly. The junior employee, humiliated, complained to HR, and whispers started circulating. Colleagues began questioning Sarah's leadership. Maybe she's not as cool-headed as we thought. A rival executive, sensing an opportunity, fueled the rumors, suggesting Sarah was, quote, promotion. Within weeks, Sarah's reputation took a hit. Clients hesitated to work with her, and her bosses started second-guessing her for the VP role. Sarah realized she had to act fast to guard her reputation. She couldn't let this narrative define her. First, she apologized to the junior employee privately, acknowledging her mistake and promising to do better. Then, she addressed the team, taking responsibility without over-explaining. She kept it brief but sincere, saying, I let my emotions get the better of me, and I'm sorry. That's not who I am. Her humility started to rebuild trust. Next, Sarah doubled down on her work. She took on a challenging project, a failing product launch, and turned it into a massive success, using her creativity to craft a campaign that went viral. She made sure her bosses and clients saw the results, reinforcing her original reputation as a genius. She also quietly countered the rumors by building stronger relationships with her team, showing through actions that she was composed and reliable. It took months, but Sarah's reputation recovered. She didn't get the VP role right away, but she stayed in the running, and her influence in the company grew again. This story shows both sides of Law 5. Sarah's strong reputation initially gave her power, but one slip nearly destroyed it. By guarding it, owning her mistake, and proving her worth, she reclaimed her standing. Think about your own life. What's your reputation like, at work or with friends? Have you ever had to defend it? Law 5 reminds us that your image is your currency. Protect it at all costs. Before we wrap up, a quick shout out to the Power Playbook. We're here to break down books like the 48 Laws of Power, giving you strategies to navigate life's challenges. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button. It helps us reach more people, and subscribe with the bell icon for more insights every week. Let's wrap this up. Law 5, so much depends on reputation, shows us that your image is your greatest asset. Zhuge Liang used his reputation to scare off an army, while Sarah had to fight to rebuild hers after a slip. This law teaches us to build a strong reputation and guard it fiercely, because once it's gone, you're an easy target. I want to hear from you. What's the most important part of your reputation? Or have you ever had to defend it like Sarah did? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone, and your stories could inspire our next video. And don't leave yet. Stick around for a sneak peek at our next episode, where we'll dive into Law 6, court attention at all costs. It's going to show you how to stand out in a crowded world, so you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.